Quantitative easing. Despite the name, it's just a fancy way of referring to central banks purchasing debt from non-government institutions.
So central bank prints money out of thin air and buy debt with it?
Yeah, let me explain further. Now, central bank is still here with the money printer, and there are a few more characters involved. Commercial bank, retail bank, and investment bank.
Do people use these banks?
People like you and me are their customers. Companies also use these banks.
This is a pyramid, with central banks at the top, regular banks in the middle, and people like me at the bottom.
Exactly. In a healthy economy, money will transfer throughout this pyramid. Central banks can send money to the regular banks. The regular banks can transfer and borrow money between themselves. And people like you can use these banks to borrow, save, or invest. People can spend on the products and services companies provide as well. The companies will reinvest profits back into banks.
Okay, that's great and all, but what does it have to do with quantitative easing?
Economists believe that economic growth happens when money flows freely through the system. So, say a blockage occurs and the flow of money slows. Central bank will use quantitative easing to fix it.
What causes a blockage?
Widespread fear. People borrowing money from banks or buying products from companies becomes risky. They want to save it. If people are not spending money on products, companies will also lose profits or go bankrupt. Fear also happens between the regular banks. They will stop lending to each other due to the risk of not getting their money back.
So fear can slow the economy and central bank doesn't like that.
Fear? Bad. Growth? Good. Injecting more money into the economy gets it going again.
How are you going to inject this money into the economy?
I have two weapons at my disposal: lowering interest rates or buying assets.
So what are you going to choose?
Well, I've already lowered interest rates as much as possible, so that solution isn't working as well as planned. The only option we have now is to buy assets.
And when the central bank buys these assets, regular banks will have more money. In return, these banks will be willing to loan out money to their customers at cheaper rates.
He's right. We hope my printing increases the flow of money in the system and promotes economic growth.
If you're printing money and buying assets from banks, why not call it printing money?
Because printing money is the last option empires revert to before collapsing, and central bank doesn't want to admit this is their only option.